Keep this fight clean at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck, touch him up.
During one of their final face-offs, when these two undefeated champions were able to speak to and really through to their rival, Shakur Stevenson said to Oscar Valdez, "You know it's a code you gotta crack." So does this proud Mexican warrior try to crack the code with a sledgehammer attack? Or are we about to see the first major mountaintop conquered in what many feel will be a career headed to the highest heights for Shakur Stevenson? Here we go. Round one. Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward on the call. The two undefeateds, the junior lightweight unification fight. Now, you can't help but take in the roar, the charged up Mexican and Mexican-American fight fans, Dre. Oscar Valdez said to us yesterday, "I have to stay controlled, I have to stay disciplined, I have to stick to the plan." Does the emotion of this crowd perhaps impact that?
It very well can, because this is the biggest crowd that Oscar Valdez has fought in front of. It's a pro-Valdez crowd, as we just heard, and he's the one that has to make sure that he doesn't get outside of himself and go back to his old ways of making mistakes like we just saw and getting countered by a superb counterpuncher like Shakur Stevenson.
With that backhand, Timmy, the southpaw power hand, Valdez hasn't fought a southpaw since June of 2015.
Yeah, that'd be a problem, but you know what? He trained for southpaws. Had an 8-week camp to get ready for southpaws, so that's no excuse tonight for Oscar Valdez.
Oh, he lunges in. Valdez comes in and misses as Shakur backed up, and he slips to the canvas.
Look, even though Shakur landed a shot as Valdez was going down, I like the thinking and the mindset from Shakur. If he misses, I have to make him pay.
Valdez needs to be smart, use feints, head movement, level changes, and his jab while applying pressure. And he also needs to make adjustments every 2 rounds because he's in there with a master chess player.
Steady diet of that south right hand jab from Shakur, and there is the movement and the body control of Stevenson defensively. He is superb defensively. His opponents land only 5 punches per round.
Valdez is doing the right thing, trying to put pressure on Shakur with his presence and his footwork, but he needs to come behind the jab. He can't have both hands up the way that he does in this peekaboo style, because Shakur Stevenson will pick him apart all night long.
Speaking of the peekaboo style, you see him leaning forward over that front knee. You know, that's going to allow Shakur to just pepper him with jabs all night long.
Left hand to the body, back to the jab. Right uppercut to the body. Woo! 3-punch combination, doubled up the jab. Left backhand from Shakur Stevenson. Now he tries to work to the inside again. Trying to cut off a little bit of space and get to the inside. There goes Valdez. Stevenson calm and in control, managing this first round. End of 1. First round, Shakur Stevenson landed 9 punches, throwing 52. Oscar Valdez, 6 of 31. Stevenson had 5 body connects in that first round. 5 punches landed to Oscar Valdez's body.
Well, if you're Oscar Valdez, you got to know, and you had to have accounted for the fact that Shakur is going to touch you and you're going to get hit, but he cannot get discouraged. He has to keep pressing forward little by little, letting his offense go more and more, and Valdez should be banking on the second half of this fight, hopefully either tied 3-3 or down 4-2, somewhere around there where he can make his push.
Valdez has to come in behind something. He's not going to close the gap just putting the high guard up and just moving his head. He has to give Shakur something to look at so he can react, and then he needs to react. He needs to be first and also last when he's attacking Shakur Stevenson.
Look how big Shakur is. He wouldn't tell us what he walks around at, but you could see it's a lot bigger than Oscar Valdez. This is a different guy than the kid we saw come up 5 years ago after the Olympics.
Shakur just buzzed Oscar Valdez with that overhand left, and if if Shakur starts to hurt Valdez, it's going to be big problems for Valdez because that's not the storyline coming into this fight. The storyline is Shakur outboxing and being slick and moving away. That's not the case right now. If he starts to hurt Valdez, it's going to be big, big trouble for Valdez and his team.
Three-punch combination from Shakur moments ago.
Valdez is making it easy for Shakur. This is target practice right now. Yes, not everything is getting in, but Valdez doing the right thing right there. He threw a left hook, and that left hook with the right hand down to the body. Forget about the head right now. Forget about the head right now. Go to the body.
Still that high guard as he inches forward. Now he does come behind the jab, and Shakur returns fire with a straight left and a two-punch combination. Southpaw 1-2.
Yeah. Valdez has to sell out. He's got to take more risk. I'm not saying get reckless, but he's got to sell out and put himself in a position to let his shots go like you see right there, knowing that he's going to get hit, but believing that he's going to get his shots through in between the shots of Shakur.
Good work to the body from Oscar Valdez.
Valdez is shutting off that angle to the right. He's throwing that body shot. Forget about the head. He's going down to the body and cutting off Shakur.
If he can cross that threshold and get to the body, he will find success. He did so moments ago. Whoa! Stevenson fighting, backing up. Lands with that right hook. Goes to the body. End of two. Good fight.
Now that's fire. They won't be here long, though, just like the playoffs.
Speaking of, shouldn't you be focused right now? I am focused. I'm watching film, I'm eating wings. Let me live.
Clay, was that a shimmy?
Because you're forever connected by love. Two touching center diamonds representing the connection you share. This Mother's Day, celebrate with the Forever Connected collection. Only at Kay.
Meet Renee, bank manager and mom of the year. But when she gets on her bike, she becomes Rebel Renee. Rebel Renee is the most outspoken member of her book club.
To focus on working the body. You're cutting off the angle, but don't worry about the head so much. That's going to be hard to hit, but the body is there. But don't let him hit you to the head. You got to get out by angles.
Exactly what our two-division world champion Tim Bradley said he needed to do. And he does so there. Takes that angle, lands the left hook to the body. Shakur turns out of it, back to the jab. Straight right hand now from Valdez as he says, let's go.
That's it, double and triple right hands. That's something that Shakur hasn't seen. That's not a normal combination.
Getting away from that right hand. Good upper head movement from Shakur Stevenson.
Good counter.
And then separating
counter
with the right hook.
He made Valdez pay for that big miss, and Shakur has to do that every chance he gets. And Valdez can't allow that to detour him. He's got to keep pressing.
Valdez is going to keep pressing all night long. He's going to be in this fight until the end. No doubt in my mind. He's a warrior.
You can see a red mark on the forehead of Valdez, just above his right eye.
We've seen Valdez be a warrior. He needs to be a winner tonight. And if he can win and find a way to get this win tonight, trust me, he'll show plenty moments where he's a warrior, but he needs to win tonight.
As Shakur backed up against the ropes, Valdez did place another right hand to the body. But Shakur back at range, back at comfort. Watch that right hand come off the hip.
This is a great round right here for Oscar Valdez. So far, perfect round right here. Closing the distance fast, cutting off the angles by digging down to the body, throwing double right hands, lead right hands, jabs, and getting Shakur Stevenson back on his back foot, activating his feet, like I said.
Cutting off the ring is critical if Valdez is going to have any success. Taking those angles, going lateral while going forward, and working to the body. Instead now, it's Shakur in position. And with it, he fires off a three-punch combination.
Valdez can't let Shakur steal the play. He's up in this round, but if he lets Shakur close it strong, Shakur can pull away and close this round out.
Best work by far for Oscar Valdez early on.
Oh,
that was low. And the warning from Kenny Bayless on that left hand on the belt line from Stevenson. Third round, Oscar Valdez landed 6 body punches. He had a 15-8 connect advantage, and he outworked Shakur Stevenson, throwing 50 punches to Stevenson's 38.
Like I said in the beginning, Tess, if you're Team Valdez, you want to go into that 7th round down 4-2 or even at 3-3. That's when you turn on the gas, because in big championship fights that are evenly matched, the fight doesn't start until the second half of the fight anyway.
Dre, the 15 punches landed by Oscar Valdez in that 3rd round against Shakur Stevenson, that ties the high for the most landed on Shakur Stevenson in his career. This is a fighter who has a 3.3-to-1 ratio in punches landed compared to punches absorbed. His opponents average only 5 per round. Valdez had success, Timmy, as you said, because he was taking angles, he was inching closer, and most importantly, he was going to the body.
That's where it's at. Valdez right now is getting caught at that mid-range. No man's land. He has to do something at that range right here. Give Shakur something to look at, so that way he can inch his feet closer.
If Valdez can't let Shakur tee off like that, he's piling up points, and a big shot might get through at some point in time, either to the head or to the body, so he's got to watch that.
Head clash right there. This is exactly where he needs to be right here.
That's the range for Valdez. That's the style for Valdez.
And even if Valdez isn't landing cleanly, you can't tell that to every judge sitting around that ring. The crowd is on his side. They scream every time he throws, even if he misses. Some judges are scoring some punches that are missing.
And some judges are scoring the fact that Oscar Valdez is coming forward, being the aggressor.
But then Valdez allows Shakur Stevenson to take away the play in moments like this. This is a big mistake. Valdez doesn't want to be down 5-1 going into the 7th round.
Just these last 20 seconds alone, to your point, as Stevenson peppers with the jab, comes with the backhand, and has sustained success. Look at that jab.
Stevenson has to remain focused all night long. Oh,
well, he's jousting and range finding sometimes with that right hand out in front, so Valdez just pulled on it.
Yeah, that's legal.
I ain't never seen that before. He pulling out everything.
See, that sequence right there showed me that Valdez was trying to punch and get away at the same time. He's got to commit offensively, because when he's hesitant, Shakur can feel that. When he's resolute, Shakur can feel that as well.
Well, that hesitancy came through over the course of the last minute and a half, and clearly an edge for Stevenson down the stretch of this round.
Stevenson round.